Hello. I'm back. I know it's been a pretty long time since I've made a YouTube video. It's been about 2 months, I think, since my last one has come out. And I'm assuming that this is going to take me a while both to make and edit because I'm very slow. So it's probably going to be that much longer than when this video comes out. So apologies. You know, I was gonna apologize, but actually, no, I do this for fun. I'm slow, no apologies. That's fine. So today I wanted to talk about this sewing project. It's kind of been on my mind for a few months now because of this fabric here. So I found this fabric at a dead fabric shop. You know, they sell fabric that is no longer in stock. I was looking for something else for a completely different project, but I found this fabric that's covered in images of Our Lady of Guadalupe. I don't know if y'all know the story, but you know, you can look it up. Basically, it's a very famous image of Mary. Yeah, I've had this fabric for a couple months now, just never really knowing what to do with it. And I finally decided on the look I want for this project. I wanted to make it a two-piece skirt and top set. Another reason I also waited so long was because I knew in making this outfit that I was probably going to end up accidentally beheading her, you know, while cutting out fabric. And I don't know why it freaks me out so much, because it isn't like there's a historical precedent, as far as I know, like there is in Buddhism and the invasion of the Europeans and then the beheading of like hundreds of thousands of Buddha and Bodhisattva statue heads that are actually now still in a lot of European and Western museums. Like, that's really up. Oh my god, I can't believe that they're still in those museums, along with a whole bunch of other stolen shit. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. As far as I know, there is no historical precedent in terms of Mary, or even more specifically with this image of Our Lady of Guadalupe, especially because in Catholic belief, like, Mary's body went into heaven when she died, so there wasn't even a body to behead. So I don't know. It's just like me trying to talk out loud through my baggage of why I was feeling hesitant to make this project in the first place. But I'm here, I'm filming the intro, I'm jumping. I need to learn to speed down when I talk on camera. I'm here, I'm jumping the shark. I'm going to make this outfit. I think it's gonna be really cute, and I hope that y'all enjoy the video. Do y'all like this hairstyle? It's a variation on a hairstyle I do a lot. See, I've got my 2 ribbons here. I've got my gold butterfly hairpin along with my moon and my little gem. I just want as many hair accessories in my hair as I can possibly have. Should I make hair tutorials? I do like hairstyles like this all the time. People should do more fun, wacky hairstyles. Okay, anyway, let's start cutting out some shit. Hello everyone, I am once again Frankensteining 2 different patterns together for this project. Yeah, I know it's the next day. Shh, don't worry about it, just don't worry about it. So the 2 patterns that I'm Frankensteining are, of course, my fantasy pattern, which I pretty much use for every project, even though it's not necessarily meant to be used for real clothes, but there is a method to my madness. You'll see later on. It's gonna be great. It's gonna work out just fine. Don't even worry about it. I'm most excited for the sleeves on this project. I am just gonna go, you know, full-blown Barbie as Rapunzel. You know what I'm talking about? You know, the sleeves, and you know, the big bubble puff princess sleeve with the flowing gauze at the end, except I'm gonna make mine slightly a bit longer and more fantasy-esque, but still wearable. I mean, at least wearable by my standards. I don't really have much standards as to what you can and cannot wear in public as regular clothing versus costume clothing. But yeah, so we're going by Rachel standards of what you can wear in public. So we're gonna use the top of this sleeve here. I want to show you all what I mean when I mean the Renaissance sleeve. I have the dress still where I made the full sleeve, so just wait. Okay, now I'll confess that this was entirely done just so that I could have an excuse to get all prettied and princessed up. But I just wanted to show you what the original sleeves pattern creates. So as you can see, it's a very, very long, you know, fantasy-esque style sleeve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pattern for this sleeve and essentially cut it in half so that it is only this long. But this is what the original looks like, just to give you an idea. Now back to cutting patterns me. So now let's take a look at the fabric that I have all laid out. So as you can see here, I've left the spots blank because that is where that skirt panel is also going to go here. I've taken the center front skirt panel of this dress, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to double it. I'm going to put this panel on the fold of the fabric here so that it creates just one solid front piece for the front of the skirt. And then I'm going to use that same panel for the two back panels so that I can have a zipper down the seam. And then over at the end, I've put the bodice layers. I'm going to probably have to use a different fabric for the lining, but who knows, I might be able to scrounge enough fabric for the lining as well. But if not, I have spare black fabric around, I'm pretty sure, to use for the lining layer. Okay. I've pinned the front and side pieces together to eliminate that side front seam, creating a single side piece that will close and button up the front. I've also folded up the front panel to make a straight waistline rather than the V shape of the original pattern. I'm giving the pattern some extra length so that when the front and lining layers are sewn together, it won't be quite as much as a crop top. The extra length on the side that I accidentally picked up is for the buttonholes. Damn. I'm being good for once. Standard pocket making procedure here, placing the pocket pieces on the inside of the skirt pieces, folding the edge of the skirt over itself onto the pocket to eliminate any raw edges, lining up the pocket pieces, stitching the skirt pieces together while leaving a big enough opening over the pocket pieces so it can actually function as a pocket, and sewing the pocket pieces together. So I accidentally cut out 4 extra side back pieces, if you include the 2 lining pieces, instead of the center back pieces that I actually needed. Fortunately for me, because I was out of fabric at this point, I was able to cut the back pieces I needed out of the side pieces I didn't. So I'm not sure if I've discussed the construction of the top yet, but I'm going to make this a front closing shirt. I'm going to have buttons down the front here. I'm thinking maybe like a pearl kind. I haven't bought them yet, so we're gonna go on a trip to the fabric store. But for now, this is the first layer of it, and then I'm going to sew the lining layer, attach it to this, flip it inside out, and then once I've bought the materials, then we're going to sew some buttonholes. Okay, I'm here in the parking lot of the fabric store to get the buttons, as I talked about previously. I'm thinking something big and pearl. I recently learned how to make buttonholes while sewing a jacket for my younger sibling, which I think turned out pretty cute, if I do say so myself. We're almost done the project. The skirt is pretty much completely finished, the pockets are done, the blouse is pretty much completely finished. I just need to add sleeves, which I'm here to get the fabric for, and I need to get a zipper for the skirt. I had a zipper at home, which I thought I could use, but it's really too long, probably meant more so for dresses, so I'm gonna get a shorter zipper, and the buttons. And then I'll have all of my supplies left that I need to get. Words are hard. This is how frickin' long the original sleeve pattern is, so you can see just how much I had to fold it. So we're on the portion of the project now that has quite possibly been the hardest part, the sleeves. Now, I talked a bit before about what my vision was, and so far it seems to be coming through. We'll see how it all looks together when I've sewed it to the bodice itself. But so far I have the upper sleeve sewn here. Just gotta pull it over the shirt that I'm wearing. So my thought is that it's something a bit like this. Oh, this actually kind of looks very 1880s right now, doesn't it? 1880s, 1890s. I'm not so good as to get it down to the exact decade, but it's definitely the vibe kind of going on here. I want a shirt like that. One day. And then the lower sleeve, something like this weird pancake thing here that I am now going to turn inside out. I originally was just gonna have one layer of this, but then I discovered very quickly that trying to hem something that is circular is a exercise in eternal frustration and misery. So I immediately stopped and started unstitching all the work that I had done, and then tried to scrounge up enough extra fabric to sew a lining layer so that I could turn it inside out, as I am doing now. I know, I realize that it's probably a bit difficult to see with everything being white. Apologies for that, but I'll try to explain what I'm doing. So as you can see here, I've sewn this sleeve to this little band of white fabric that goes just above my elbow. See, there's two layers of it. This layer, the top layer, which you can see the gathered fabric is sandwiched in between, and the bottom layer. So this fabric serves not only to sandwich this fabric, but to sandwich this between these two layers. So it would look something like that once it's all sewn. In other news, I just finished the season 2 finale of Amphibia. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love cartoons. I just love cartoons. They should make more. They should always be making more cartoons. Best medium for TV, in my opinion. And speaking of TV shows, I'm also watching Sex Education, which, oh my god, is so good. Please watch it. Only if you're a teenager, though, with, I don't know, parents' permission. I don't know what the laws are. Anyway, there's a lot of nudity in it, but I really recommend it if you are of age. What an evil bitch. Also, this is hard. Now that the making of this two-piece set is all done, let's get to the reveal now, shall we? If you're wondering at my absolutely manic energy right now, it's because I just got back from seeing Shang-Chi in the theaters, and oh my god, guys, it's so good. It's so freaking good. It's so good. Like, a kung fu movie is a good kung fu movie just for the fights, but this isn't even just a good kung fu movie. It's a good movie. It's got the characters, it's got the motivation. I love the hero-villain dynamic in this movie. I love all of the relationships and the interpersonal conflicts going on here. It's really good. I super freaking heckin' enjoyed it. Go watch it, give it your money. I mean, if that's your type of thing. If you don't like kung fu movies, then like, don't see it. Why would you do that? Anyway, let's go make a dress.